Hello, Ashwini.
Hello, sir.
Can you turn on your camera?
Yes, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Yes. Uh, let's start with the introduction.
Okay.
Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. My name is Aswini Kasbe. I had completed my BE in Electrical Engineering from MBJ College, Nanded, and I am from Nanded. From last 6 months, I am working as an Angular developer.
Okay. And in what batch? In what batch you have passed out your engineering?
2019.
Okay. Since 2019, you have work anywhere or means directly join your earlier company?
Yes, sir. From 2020.
From 2019?
Uh, on 2019, I had just passed out. Then from 2021, I working as a Angular developer from last 6 months, and 1.5 years I am working as HTML, CSS, JavaScript.
Okay. And from 2019 to 2021, you are saying what you did in that
I,
period?
I do study, sir, for basic skill set of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and all.
Okay, and you have studied for 2 years these computer science related things.
Yes, sir.
Why you have not joined the electrical industry in that case?
So my friends are work in IT industry, and they suggest me there is too much scope in that field, and that uh, that time I really excited for that. So I uh, I created interested. I create interest in that field, so that's why I joined this course.
Okay, and why you are leaving your current organization?
From my previous organization, I learned a lot of things, and to develop my skill and broaden my knowledge, I am leaving my previous organization.
Okay, so let's start with the HTML CSS part first.
Okay,
Can you tell me what are the types of combinator selectors are there?
yes, sir. There are four types: De- descendant
Uh,
selector, direct child selector, general sibling selector, and sibling selector.
Sorry, can you repeat?
There are four types of combinator selector.
Okay.
First is descendant selector. Second is direct child selector. Third is general sibling selector. Fourth is sibling adjacent sibling selector.
Okay, only these means there are no other selectors are there.
No,
Means
sir. There are
combinator select.
five types of selector, but in
Have you
combinator selector, there are four types.
heard about the pseudo class selectors and pseudo element selectors?
Yes, sir. Pseudo class defines the particular state of the HTML element, and pseudo elements define the particular part of the HTML element.
And these are not combinator selector, isn't it?
Yes, sir. These are not combinator selector.
Okay, these are not combinator selectors.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the difference between both pseudo class and pseudo element selectors?
Pseudo classes selects the particular states of the HTML element, and pseudo elements selects the particular part of the HTML element. In
Okay.
pseudo classes, there are first of type, last of type, nth of child, even, odd, active, over, focus, visible, and uh, in pseudo elements, there are first line, first letter.
Okay. Uh, when we apply CSS on the basis of after and before, which CSS property is mandatory in that case? Means
Selection.
selection. Means
Pseudo element.
without that property, we cannot apply after and before CSS.
Yes, sir. After and before. we cannot apply.
Which property?
Selection.
Selection. What does that selection do in that case?
Sir, there is a symbol of pseudo element symbol in there and selection. We have to write selection there.
Where? Can you write down the code for me?
Yes, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, yes. You're writing in app.js.
Sorry.
Take after and then give CSS to it. I have not asked you about the. I have asked you the question regarding after and before.
After and before.
Yes, you can take after or before. Have you understood my question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me the difference between HTML and HTML5?
Yes, sir. In the HTML5 is the major revision of HTML5 and it contains various symmetric tags which include search engine optimization, with header, section, footer, and it has some APIs in drag and drop API, page API, form web workers, service. That's it.
Okay. What is search engine optimization?
It optimizes the web page. Search engine optimize.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the difference between CSS and CSS3?
CSS in CSS and CSS3. In CSS3, there are multiple features, multiple borders, box shadow, border radius, and multiple borders. That's it, sir.
Okay, that's it. Can you tell me the difference between image tag and figure tag?
Image tag and
Figure tag.
image tag is used for taking an image, and sorry,
Okay. What is specificity?
specificity indicates the um, hierarchy of the class.
Hierarchy
Yes,
means, can you
hierarchy
elaborate?
means yes, sir. Hierarchy means when we give a CSS to a parent to child, then when we take a ID, then the specificity of ID is greater than the class
Okay.
because ID is unique.
Hello,
Hello.
am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Narendra.
Do you know doc type?
Yes, sir.
Do you know doc type?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If there is no
Narendra, your
Hello,
voice is
sir.
breaking.
Your voice is not audible.
hello,
Hello, sir. Your voice is
Hello.
not audible.
Yes, yes. Right now your voice we can hear.
Okay. Okay. If there is no doc type, then what will happen?
Sir, doctor gives some information of HTML element to the browser. So if there is no doc type, then how can give information to browser?
Okay. About HTML.
Hmm.
Hello.
Narendra, your voice
Hello?
is breaking actually.
Currently, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Sir.
Okay. Tell me about HTML. Why we use?
Why? Hello,
Why
sir.
we use
Your
HTML?
voice.
Why we use HTML? He's saying, asking. Sorry. Yes, Ashwini. Why we use?
HTML is used to create the web pages.
Okay. Can you tell me about what is box model?
Yes, sir. Every HTML element is considered as a box. It consists of padding, margin, border, and content. And padding is the space between border and content, and border it is the space between padding and margin. Margin it is the outside element of HTML element.
Okay. What is the difference between inline element and block element?
Inline element starts on same line and same row. It's occupies same width as its content, and we cannot apply top and bottom margin, and we cannot apply height and width to the inline element. And a block level element, in block level element we can apply a margin all sides, and the width of the element is equal to width of the block element is equal to the 100% width, and we can apply height and width to the block level element. Block level elements are paragraph, div, etc.
Okay. What is Z index? Hello.
Hello, sir. Sorry, I
What is-
didn't your point.
What is Z index?
Sorry, sir, I didn't work on it.
Okay. Okay. What is the difference between display grid and display flex?
Flex is the CSS is a new module in the CSS to set an alignment into one into another in different directions.
And display grid?
Like this, I don't know, sir.
What is flex basis?
Flex basis.
Yes.
Sorry, sir, I didn't work on it.
Okay. What is meant by responsive web designing?
Responsive web design is used to look good on all devices like desktop, tablets, mobiles, and it has specific built video and a responsive web design.
Okay. Okay. Do you know Bootstrap? Have you worked on Bootstrap?
No, sir, I work on Bootstrap 4.
Yes, yes. I'm talking about the Bootstrap only. Have you worked on the Bootstrap, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me the breakpoints of Bootstrap?
Yes, sir. 0 to for responsive design, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Breakpoints for mobile 0 to 600 and 600 to 900 for tablets and 900 to 1200 for laptop and tablet in landscape mode. And about 1200 there is a large size laptop.
Okay. Do you know about the SAS?
Yes, sir. SAS is a synthetically awesome style sheet. It is an extension to the CSS. It is a preprocessor of CSS.
Okay. Do you know Mixins?
Yes, sir.
What is the syntax of mixin? How we use it?
Sorry, sir. I didn't work on it.
Okay. What is JavaScript?
It is a lightweighted, interpreted, object-oriented programming language.
Do you know how JavaScript work in our browser?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. How?
How JavaScript work in our browser?
When HTML file renders or loads into the JavaScript engine, it converts each and every element into an object and it forms a tree-like structure.
Yes. Okay. What is hosting?
All declarations are shifted at the top of scope.
Please tell more about hoisting. What is the main concept of hoisting?
Yes, sir. Hoisting means all the declarations in the scope are get shifted at the top of scope. Means if
Apart from
we
this,
declare. Okay.
any
Means in a late and const, sir, we can in late and const variable hoisting is possible, but we cannot access before initialization. But in where we can it is possible. Hoisting is possible in here.
okay, okay. Do you know scope?
Yes, sir. Scope means availability and accessibility of any declaration.
What are the types of scope?
Local scope, block scope.
Can you give me some example about these scopes?
Yes, sir. If a variable is declared inside the parenthesis, it is accessible only in that, and that is called as a block scope. And local scope means when a variable declared inside the function, that is called as local scope.
Just give me some one example.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
This is an example of an local scope. This declaration is not available on outside because this is the functional scope. And when we console, the console.log demo is printed.
Means what is the output of line number 10? Line number 9.
When when we console it, we get a demo.
Okay, please. Yes.
Yes, sir, we get 10.
Means you write in line number 9 directly 10, then it will it gives the 10.
Yes.
I'm asking what is block scope and local scope. As you say, there are two types of scope.
Yes, sir. And block scope means yes, sir. This is the example of a block scope.
And local scope example.
Local scope example is
Tell me the difference. Means what is the? I didn't understand what you mean.
block scope means, sir, if variables declared inside that parenthesis and it is accessible only in that bracket, not the outside. That means the
Yes,
block scope.
correct. Then what is mean by local scope?
Local scope means variable declared inside the function.
Then
That is called as local scope. But it can be functional scope can access the global scope declaration.
if we write some declarations in a block scope, then we cannot access outside that block. Okay. And if we write
Yes.
some declaration in the function, then we cannot access that outside the function. Then what is the
Yes.
main difference?
Sir, in a block scope, we cannot access the outside declaration, means global scope declaration.
I think you have to read about it.
Okay, sir.
What
Tell
are the
me.
web workers?
Web worker,
Yes.
yes, sir, it is a type of API, but I didn't work on it.
Web worker is a type of API. Are you sure?
Yes,
Okay. What is callback function?
when a function called after something happened, as well as when a function which accepts as a parameter or argument.
Just give one example of callback function.
Okay. Here, sir, when we console it, we get 20 after and 30 before. Means the previous instruction get executed after this instruction. So we can take here callback function. When we take a callback function, then a function executes sequentially.
Okay.
Okay.
It is callback hell.
What is callback? Well, the multiple callback functions are gets called, which looks like a pyramid-like structure that is known as callback head.
Okay.
Do you know
This is-
anonymous function?
Yes, sir. The function which has not name, that is called as anonymous function.
Some examples like
Sorry, sir.
is a arrow function is an anonymous function or
Arrow function. Arrow functions
what
are the function expressions. We can use
function expression? So tell me what is function expression and function declarations?
function declaration means a function declares itself, and a function expression means when a function is stored as a value, that is known as function expression.
Then what is the use of
As well as
arrow
an-
function?
Arrow function, sir, we can use as a function expression, and it reduces the code.
Can we use this keyword in arrow function?
No, sir, we cannot use this keyword in arrow function.
Why?
This is a previous keyword, so it represents direct parent of object.
Then why we cannot use in arrow function? What happen? What will happen if we use it in arrow function?
Sorry, sir, I didn't work on it.
What is meant by rest operators and spread operators?
Spread operator is used to spread operator is used to spread an array into elements, and rest operator is used, and spread operator is used on iterable things, that is string, node, node list, HTML collection, and rest operator is used to put the elements in array.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Rest operator is used to the elements into array.
Can you write down the syntax for both spread and rest operator? Please,
Yes,
can you tell us the example of?
yes.
Okay.
This is the example of spread operator, sir.
Okay.
Suppose we have to save this value in one declaration and save this value in second declaration, and from 5 to 3 we have to save in third declaration. Then yes, sir, this is the example of rest operator. It takes from 5 to 3 in array. Yes.
Okay. What is call, apply, and bind?
Call, apply, and bind. Sorry, sir, I didn't work on it.
Do you know the temporal date zone?
What?
Temporal date zone.
Your voice is not audible, sir.
Temporal date zone.
Temporal date zone. No, sir, I didn't work on it.
You are keep saying you have not worked on that, you have not worked on this and that. Means these are the basic JavaScript concepts. Okay. So
Yes,
it is not supposed that you must work on all the things. Means there is a
yes,
JavaScript definition. Have you worked on the JavaScript definition?
yes, sir. I work on JavaScript definition.
How you work on JavaScript definition? Can you tell me?
JavaScript is a lightweight interpreted
No,
object.
no, no, no. Have you worked on JavaScript definition? Have you utilized JavaScript definition anywhere in your code? This is the concept. Means it is not necessary that you should work on that concept or not. That is the basic concept that should be in your knowledge only. Means it is not mandatory that you should work on that.
I think as you are Angular developer, then you should know that concept.
Yes, means knowing is the business only. It is not necessary that you should work on that. If you do not know, then you can say, sorry, sir, I do not know this, but you are keep telling us that you have not worked on that part. So these are the basic concept. You should not tell like you have not worked on that part. You should tell us that you don't know about that.
Okay.
Can you tell me about the event bubbling and event capturing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please tell me.
Sequence of event flow in a particular system that is called as event flow. And in event flow, there is two types, capturing phase and bubbling phase. In capturing phase, event starts from the DOM and moves down to the targeted element. And in the bubbling phase, event starts from the targeted element and moves up to the DOM.
What is event propagation?
Event propagation.
Yes.
Event propagation is a I don't know about.
Okay, great. No issue. Means no. If you do not know that, that is not unusual. Means everyone means there is no one who knows everything. Right. Right. So it is absolutely normal that if you don't know anything. Can you tell me about the web storages and types of web storages?
Yes, sir. Web
Okay.
storage is an API to store the data.
Mhm.
And there are two types of web storage, local storage and session storage. If we store data in a local storage, then we remove it manually. It does not remove automatically. In session storage, as soon as session gets expired, data will also remove.
Okay. What is getter and setter?
Getters and setters are the static properties.
Okay. Anything else about getters and setters? Means about the syntax, why we use it, how we use it.
Yes, sir.
Have you work on search functionality? Means you must have visited like e-commerce website like Flipkart, Amazon. When you search something, then ultimately all the search results will appear in your screen. Like such as search functionality, have you work on? Yes.
Search functionality.
Yes. Search functionality. Yes. Search
Yes,
feature.
sir. When we go to the Flipkart website, then we search for the products.
Yes, correct. Have you work on that?
No, sir.
Okay.
We are
Uh,
we are asking about what is the logic.
behind
of
search
this.
functionality, if you have not worked
Yes.
on that,
I
okay.
didn't get a question, sir.
Means what is the logic behind the search functionality in any website, right? How you code the search functionality, how you apply that functionality in your application. What is promise?
Promise it is used to handle asynchronous JavaScript. It is a JavaScript object which gives some values in the future. It has four status: resolved, reject, pending, and settled. Pending means the action. Pending means the waiting for the result, and resolve means the action related to promise is success. Reject means the action related to promise is failed. Settle means promise is either rejected or either suc- either success, either resolve. And it is used for it is used to handle asynchronous JavaScript. Due to use of promise, code is maintainable.
Okay. If there are multiple asynchronous operation, can we handle multiple asynchronous operation with a single promise?
Multiple operations with
Single promise?
single promise.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We can handle multiple operations in a promise, but there is one problem in promise, that is a promise chaining. Humans are executing asynchronous task one after another. That is called as promise chaining.
How we handle multiple
By using
asynchronous
async, by using async await.
Okay. Let's.
Hello.
Yes, Narendra. Narendra ask some question.
Yes. Do you know isnan function?
Is nan is sir, is nan means not a number.
What is meant by
No.
is nan?
Isnan function.
Is nan function.
Means nan is a not a number, right?
Yes, nan is not a number.
Then what is nan?
It determines nan.
Sorry.
It determines the nan means it determines not a number.
No, what it returns as a boolean value, as a string value, or other.
It returns Boolean values.
Can you elaborate?
Hello, your voice is not audible, sir.
Can you elaborate? Is nan?
I know this must be information.
What is difference between mutable and immutable objects?
Sorry.
Okay.
Do you know recursion function?
Yes, sir. I know. Which is called inside within a function.
Can you create some functions for 1 to 10, print the 1 to 10 numbers without using any loop?
By using recursion function.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Why one number is not printing there? Okay, do you know about Fibonacci series? Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Narendra. Yes.
Yes, yes. Do you know Fibonacci series?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Do you know object-oriented language?
Yes, sir.
So tell
What
me
is
about.
OOPS?
Okay.
Yes.
OOPS is an concept in JavaScript. It is an object-oriented programming concept. It is a blueprint for creating the objects.
What are the main concept of OOPS?
OOPS is used for creating the objects, sir, and it consists of abstraction, prototypical inheritance, classical inheritance.
Okay. Let's start with Angular now.
Okay.
Can you tell me how Angular works in our application?
How Angular work?
Yes.
The sequence of file gets executed when we a sequence of file get executed in Angular. That is angular.json file, main.ts file, app.module.ts file, app.component.ts file. Angular.json file it defines the structure of the application. It has various properties and configurations of Angular applications. And main.ts file this acts as the entry point which provides by the Angular, which is provides the modular functionality. And app.module.ts file this this is from the main.ts file where bootstrapping the app module. And in app.component.ts file, this file interacts with the HTML of the web page and it serves with the data.
Okay. What are the basic building block of Angular?
Component, directive, modules, pipes, services are the basic components of Angular.
Can you elaborate all?
Yes, sir. Component is the basic building block of an Angular, and it is a directive with the template, styles, and logic for user interaction. It is initialized by the dependency injection engine. And module. It is organize an application into unified blocks of functionality. It accepts a single metadata object, which it accepts a single data object which describes the module that is at the rate ng module, at the rate component, at the rate directive, and then pipe is used to convert input data into a design format. And template is used to define the view of the component. Directives is which gives instructions to the DOM, as well as it is used to add the additional information to the existing element in our Angular applications. There are two types of directive: structural and attribute directive. And then services manages our data. Services are the greater way to share the information among the classes that don't know each other.
Okay. Tell me which file is rendered first in the Angular browser.
Index.html.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. App.component.ts file, sir. It serves with the HTML of the web page and serves it with the data. Interacts
Just
with
said
the-
index.html, then you are saying app.component.ts.
No, sir. App.ts file.
Okay, you will
Okay.
read about this question
Okay.
after the interview.
Okay.
How to improve the performance of our application in Angular?
By using lazy loading, change detection, by pure pipes.
What is lazy loading?
Lazy loading is a technique in Angular to allow JavaScript components to load asynchronously. And when a user navigates through the app, required bundles are loaded.
Okay. Can you write down the syntax of lazy loading?
Lazy loading.
Yes.
Can I tell you, sir? There
No,
is
no.
a load
Write
schedule.
down the write down the syntax.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Is it correct, sir?
You means there is little mistake. Okay, you will check after the interview. Can you tell me the difference between constructor and ng on it?
Yes, sir. Constructor gives all the classes in the JavaScript, and a constructor gets called after a component when component is created, and ng on init gets called up upon the initialization of component.
Which gets called first?
Constructor is called first
Why?
because when component is created, at that time constructor gets created. Called.
Okay. What is share model and how to implement it?
Share module. Sorry, sir. I don't know about.
Okay, in your project, you haven't worked on share model, is it?
No, sir. I worked on candidate dashboard component. In that component, there is a 100 form controls, and I want to bind it in 50 components. That's why I use a reactive form modules in that.
What are the life cycle hooks in Angular?
Lifecycle methods called by the Angular to directives and components to change it, to render it, and to create it. There are some lifecycle methods by Angular. ng on init, ng do state, and ng destroy, and ng on changes. ng
Any
on
other?
init is get
Any other?
ng after content init, ng after content checked. I know that much.
Can you tell me which life cycle hook that accepts the parameter?
That accepts
Parameter. Hmm? Okay. How to communicate between the two unrelated components?
to undeleted.
Yes, unrelated components.
Sorry, sir.
Suppose there are two distinct components without any relation between them.
Achha. Okay.
How to communicate between two distinct, separate, independent components?
Okay. Communication between two components, you mean to that?
Yes, yes, you can say.
Communication between two components is done by parent to child component and child to parent component. At the rate input decorator is used for transfer the data from parent to child by using custom property, and
I am asking, there is no relation parent-child, no relation between the components. Then how to two different components?
Two sibling components.
okay.
Yes, you can say the sibling components. Yes.
Okay. Tell me what are the directives in Angular and what are the types of directive?
There are two types of directives: structural directive and attribute directive. Structural directive is used for changes the structure of a UI. It changes the DOM layout by adding and removing DOM elements, and attribute directive which changes the look and feel of the view.
Give some example.
ng class, ng style is used as an attribute directive, and ng for star ng for it is used for structural directive.
ng switch is a structural or attribute.
ng switch no sir, it is not a structural directive.
Tell me the difference between ng if and ng switch.
Then if you used to hide and show the DOM element, and PNG switch, I don't know about it.
Okay. As you say, there are two types of attribute directory, ng class and ng style. Can you tell me the difference between ng class and ng style?
In ENG class, we can use class that is active, and in ENG style, we can give the style to the element.
Can you write the syntax of both? ng class and ng style.
Okay.
Okay, leave it. Can you tell me what is routing?
Yes, sir. Routing is used. It allows us to create a single page to create an application with multiple views and allow us to navigate in between them.
What is HTTP interceptor?
HTTP interceptor provides header features like authentication and authorization. It intercepts HTTP requests and responses.
Okay. Which service is used in HTTP interceptor?
HTTP interceptor. HTTP client.
Okay, after interview, we will check that. What is auth guards?
Auth guard is used for preventing the user from accessing areas as they don't allow to access.
How many types of auth guards are there?
Can activate, child, can deactivate.
Which services are used in, means which dependency injections are used in can activate? Okay. What is the use of package.json file?
Package.json file. It is an
Mhm.
npm configuration file. It includes both application packages for development and production. It includes dependency options that include necessary packages for development purpose like @Angular and it includes dev dependency options. It includes necessary packages for a development like @Karma CLI.
Okay. What is difference between subject, behavior subject, and replay subject?
Subject is used to, it is a type of observable. It emits the value to subscriber by using next function, and a behavior subject, it emits the it keeps the track of the current value to subscriber. When we subscribe the subject, then when we subscribe the subject, we don't get a current value or initial value. But when we subscribe the behavior subject, we get a current value. And when a subscriber receives only upcoming values in the case of subject, subscriber receives upcoming value as well as previous value in the behavior subject.
Okay. So that's it from my side. Narendra, you want to ask some questions? Hello, Narendra. Okay. So thank you, Ashwini. Narendra, hello.
Hello.
Yes. I am.
Tell me about data binding. What are the types of data binding?
We can send the data from template to TS and TS to template by using two-way data binding, by using a ENG model, and we can send the data template to TS by using property binding, and we can also send the data TS files to the template by using string interpolation.
Give the example about NG model, two-way data binding.
Okay. Yes, sir, by using a post model imported in the app.module.ts file, and we can bind it by using the search text, the property. When we take this value is a string. Hello.
Hello. Hello, Narendra. Hello. Hello. Okay. I think Narendra cannot hear our voice.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Right now you are audible. Yes.
Okay. Just last question from my side. Do you know about dynamic rendering in Angular? Hello,
Hello.
am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Yes. So tell me about dynamic rendering Angular. Do you know about that?
No, sir. Sir.
Okay, tell me about entry components in Angular.
What? Sir, your voice is
Entry
breaking
components.
my side.
Hello.
Dendritic?
Entry components in Angular.
Entry components in Angular.
Sorry, sir.
Hello, Narendra. You're muted. Hello, Narendra. Okay, Ashwini.
Okay.
Let's finish the interview. Do you have question for us?
No, sir.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Yes. You can leave the meeting.
Okay.